Bradley Bozeman, former center for Alabama. It's kind of weird to say former, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It kind of is. You still feel kind of a part of it, but my time's kind of came and gone. So it was an amazing experience there, and I really appreciate every opportunity Coach Saban and all the coaching staff there gave me in the University of Alabama.
So,
it was just an amazing experience for me.
Yeah, it seems like it was 4 weeks ago. I was doing a story on you at 24E in Hoover, and you were a high school guy getting ready for Alabama, and you blink and it's gone. I mean, it really does seem that quick, I'm sure. Probably not in August, but now it does, right?
Yeah, it does for sure.
Talk a little bit about what you're doing now. Besides the workouts, you kind of had your first anti-bullying, I guess, a meeting with some kids at Handley, and a lot of people don't know your story. So kind of go into your thinking on that and a little bit of your story around here.
Right. So, growing up, I was always the biggest kid, not the most aggressive or athletic either. So, I got a little taste of the bullying. My case wasn't really extreme, but I know what it's about. I know how hurtful and impactful it can be in your life. And then with all the things that are going on now, it's just so hard with the cyberbullying, the school shootings, just the whole aspect of bullying itself. It's really important to get out there and show these kids that it's not what everyone else thinks about you. It's about what you think of yourself, and then to reach out to the bullies and show them that not everyone's life is sunshine and rainbows. People have troubles in their life, and kids as well. So just trying to show that how bullying affects people's lives, and just how to be a better person, and how to know how to love yourself.
So who helped you through the process when you do it? Could you talk to your parents? Because I would think that's a hang up for a lot of kids because they don't want to talk to their parents about it. So who helped guide you at your time of need?
Yeah, mom and dad, my brother. My brother was 7 years older than me. He always stuck up for me. And then my mom and dad just, they told me who I was. They made sure I knew who I was, and that I wasn't, fat and I wasn't ugly, and it's just they're really, really helpful in that process.
And a lot of people think, well, that's crazy. Why would somebody bully a big guy like you? But that just shows you, right, that it can happen to the littlest guy, the biggest guy, whoever, really.
Right, for sure.
It really is amazing. When did it start for you? Give us a time frame. We talking about elementary school, or what are we talking about here?
Yeah, we're talking elementary to middle school. Up until I got kind of good at athletics, really. So that was, still today. Like I still face some. You got sportscasters, you got coaches, you got analysts, you have you name it, and they talk about how you can't do this, you can't do that. To shoot down your arm length, your size, your ability. It happens in everyday world. We just don't think of it as bullying. It's more criticism. But it's a very common thing.
Yeah, it's way more common than we think. I think, and you talk to your parents and your brother. I could see people talking to their brother, but I would think a lot of kids probably don't want to tell their parents, and that's part of the problem with bullying. Wouldn't you guess that you kind of keep it within and kind of fight that battle within, and that's not good.
No, not at all. That's what it's always in school. It's always you're snitch, you're this or that if you tell a teacher. That, but that's not what they're there for. They're there to protect you. They're there to teach you. They're there to just make sure you're in good situations. So you need to reach out. You need to talk to an adult, talk to someone that's in charge, and make sure that the problem gets seen to.
Bradley Bozeman, our guest, former Bama center, talk about bullying, and we'll talk a little NFL too. But so when did you feel the need that, okay, I need to tell my story and speak out about this?
So Rachel Barbeau reached out to me. She came to our school a couple of times. I met her in high school. She came to Alabama also. And, she just talks about being a king and changing the narrative about, kind of the way guys act in college, and it's a bad perspective. And, we kind of get a bad rap for that. but she came to me and asked me to do a little video for this girl that was getting bullied down in Pell City. And, you know, I called her up and I was like, look, let's not do a video. Let's go down. Let's talk to him, because Pell City is only an hour from where I live. So went down, got there, and she's like, this is yours. Like, I'm letting you run with it. And it was like, for me at the time, I was like, oh, crap. Like, you know, it's like, this is
I didn't sign up for this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is my first motivational speaking, or, you know, life talk speaking in it. I was just like, okay, well, let's just hit it head on. So we got in there, and it turned out so great. At the end, we asked questions and, you know, opened up the floor to the kids to talk, and, you know, really eye-opening stories. You know, just some really cruel things that kids say that, you know, you would think they would be made up.
Yeah.
Or it'd be on a TV show or something. But you know, it's just wild, the things that they say. Because kids are cruel. Like, they just are.
Well, you're not far removed from that. You know what I mean?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I said you're not far removed from that, really, even though you're now a graduate and all those kind of things. You're still,
right.
You know.
Right, exactly.
You can relate to what they're saying. So were you surprised that the message came out of you so good and fluently in the way you were able to connect with these kids?
I thought it was I just thought the whole thing was humbling. Like, I'm not a motivation speaker. Like, 2 years ago, you told me I'd be standing in front of a big group, giving a speech, trying to hit 20 schools in a month. You know, that I would say you are crazy. But, you know, it was just so, I don't know, it felt right, like the right thing to do. And just so blessed that I have this opportunity to go and spread the word and, you know, to try to impact some of these kids' lives.
Have you talked to your brother about, wow, you really helped me out back then? I'm sure that conversation's happened, right? Or to your parents maybe, or whatever? Yeah.
I mean, they know. You know, me and my brother, we have a mutual understanding. It was never really, I always thanked him after it, and, you know, he always stood up for me. So, especially if he was around. So really grateful to him and to my parents for, you know, just showing me that, you know, to know who I am and to don't worry about what other people think of you.
And you know what's cool, and Bradley Bozeman, our guest, I think people, when they think bullying, think physical. You know what I mean? But in your case, I'm going to guess it probably never got physical, but it can be so much mental and emotional that it just kind of wears you out, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think you hit that on the head. You know, it's physical, it's emotional, it's verbal, it's, you know, it's all aspects of it. And, you know, that's what I think a lot of people don't understand. And when, you know, some kids, I've heard stories of kids, they said they go to the teacher or whatever, and they're like, oh, it's okay, he's just messing with you. Like, no, like, you know, it comes to a point when someone else is not having fun and the other person's having fun off of it. You know, that's bullying to me. But, you know, some people don't see it that way.
Yeah, it's definitely bullying, and certainly it has been at the forefront, like you were talking about, with school shootings. We had the Stoneman Douglas football coach on a couple of weeks ago, I think, and these things can turn into real major problems here, you know?
Right.
It's kind of sad, to be honest with you, and I think the kids that are doing the bullying, well, what is your message, so to speak, to them? You know, what is your thought to them?
To not know, you don't know what anyone else is going on in their life. You know, it's, you know, everyone doesn't have a perfect home life. You know, there's a lot of kids out there that have divorced parents, or they have bad situations at home. And it's just, you know, you have to have the understanding that you can't mess with someone and put something on top of someone when they're already having a bad day or a bad home life or whatever it is. And then if that does happen, you know, now it's not just from 8 to 3. You know, there's text messages, there's Snapchat, there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's all these social media sites that it just continues and it goes 24/7, and they never get a break from it, and it just will wear you out.
There's no doubt about that, and it's a problem that, you're right, when you bring it up to teachers, administrators, they just don't want to be bothered with it. And like I said, most kids may not have the family structure you grew up in, may not want to talk to parents, or may not even have the parents to talk to. So this is very an intense, problematic thing. How far do you see this thing going? I know you're available to talk to schools and different things if somebody reaches out, right?
Yeah. I mean, I plan to hit, anywhere from 15 to 25 schools is my goal. But this is kind of the only time that I have right now. And then once we get back around to the next off season, I'm going to try to kick it back up again, maybe hit a couple more months than just one. But I see this going on, and hopefully, some people that have the same passion to cut out bullying, to make an impact in kids' life, can reach out to me. We can partner up, and we can hit this thing head on. I would be I think the more the merrier.
So what do we do with the people that you and Pierce Baker bullied on Saturdays? What do we do with those people?
Yeah, that's what they signed up for that. That one's a little different.
That's just slightly different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were your same size, so come on, right?
Right.
That is crazy. Tell people what you're doing. Where are you working out? I know you're getting ready. You shed some weight. I know your fiance Nikki helped you with that, former Alabama basketball player, and you look good at the pro day. When I saw you, like you dropped about 20. So where are you at right now and all that stuff?
Yes, sir. I'm training at Stanford right now. They're very gracious in letting me train there, and it's been awesome. They have an amazing facility. But training out there, just keeping the weight off. I'm at about 305 right now. Just trying to maintain and just do what I need to do to be ready. Stay in shape, running, the whole nine.
Are you getting any feel at all? And I know that can be weird. Are you getting any feel as far as third, fourth, fifth round, sixth round, free agent? What is your representative
Not
hearing?
really. I mean, all these mock drafts and all that stuff, I don't really listen to them, but people told me I'm from 2 to undrafted, so that's a big margin. So all I can do is all I can do. There's nothing I can't make the decision for the GMs or the coaches. So all I have to do is sit back, relax, or sit back and work my butt off and do everything I can do to be ready. Because when you get in, everyone starts in the same position. Everyone starts from scratch. So where you're drafted doesn't really matter. It's where you end up.
No doubt about it. And I think you're going to get a chance to play. You kind of proved that theory a little bit at Alabama and bide your time and got your chance and filled in when guys got injured, then waited on your chance again. And I would think the experience at Alabama is going to help you at the next level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've learned a lot of valuable life lessons.
No doubt about it. Well, I wish you the best. Sanford's a good place to lift, and we're going to keep a tab on you. And how can people, is it better to email you if they want you to speak to elementary schools? And I think you told me yesterday that it's really elementary to middle school where you catch this stuff before it gets real serious as far as the impact of your bullying talk, right?
Right. So right now we're targeting the grades of 4 to 8. Throwing in some 3, just depending on the school structure, kind of what all grades they carry. And we're focusing on that. The best way to reach me is to reach out on email. It's Bradley Bozeman 74 at yahoo.com, or you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. And just shoot me a DM or shoot me an inbox, and I'll respond.